Okay, all those videos where I've been critical of Angel Reese, at least here I can give her some praise. Here we have Angel Reese warning Kiyan Anthony about dealing with women as a young athlete, and also just to put it out there, Kiyan Anthony, that's the son of legendary Carmelo Anthony. So here is, quote unquote, big sister, quote unquote, giving little brother advice. And I want you to pay attention to it though. I want you to pay attention to this.
You need to be careful when you go to the league.
Nah,
This
yeah,
is coming from sis.
right.
Even when you're in college, you need to be careful with these women.
Nah, yeah, I'll be chilling now.
Like, no, for real. Like,
I'm
once
already knowing.
slip up,
I'm already knowing.
you be seeing these stories?
Yeah, for sure. I'm chilling now.
God, don't do it.
That was like, nah.
Because I'm coming after y'all.
Uh-huh.
Don't. I'm coming.
Facts.
Facts. Don't do it.
No.
These women,
Crazy. I'm already knowing.
because you're 17. It's the women you got to worry about that be a little older too.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Yeah.
We're not playing.
Facts.
You need to be careful when
Interesting. You know what's interesting? She didn't even go into the specifics. This is where that's what caught my eye. She didn't even really go into the specifics. So when I was younger, right? There's a little bit of a background on me. You'll have certain women in my family would give me similar talks to it, but they would be like specific. Like, so for example, like one of my aunts, she'd be like, "Oh, you got to watch out for these be doing this, and these be doing that, and they be doing this." So like she'll go like into this, the specifics of it. Or you'd have, I have a, female cousin, but I have many women in my family, but I have one specific one that, push comes to shove, it's not a perfect relationship, but I have her back, she has my back, right? If it comes down to it. But anyways, she would talk to me like this too. It's very, very similar talks, but she would go into the specifics as well. Okay. What was interesting in that interaction, she didn't even go into the specifics. So for example, let me give you another example. Selena, do you remember the girl, the Selena woman, where she was bragging about her giving head to all the players in the Suns locker room in the NBA? And then she ended up dropping like a tutorial how to bag a high profile athlete or something like that. And I remember her first advice, the first thing in that video that she said, "Okay, now ladies, number one, don't do that stuff that y'all do. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If a dude invites you to the hotel room, he's not inviting you to play checkers. You already know what's up. Don't play stupid." And she didn't even go into the specifics, but that was the first thing she said. She said, "Don't do that thing that y'all do." But she didn't go into the specifics. And it's really like a female Morse code, right? It's like a female Morse code where they'll say, like, women will say stuff like that about other women, what they'll do, but they won't go into specifics, but they already know what they're talking about. So what Selena was talking about was, women playing games. No, like they know what the situation is, but they just still want to play games and play stupid. Right? Now, back to Angel Reese here. Where she specifically say, "Come on, you got to be careful. One slip up, that's it." And she didn't go into specifics. But it's clear when women start talking about other women like that, it's clear women know what they're doing out here. They know exactly what the hell they're doing. This is why I brought up all these examples right here. This right here. Women know exactly what they're doing. Trust me. None of that, "Oh, I didn't know," and "Oh, I'm in love, but I didn't know he had money." Come on. love. Oh, I didn't even take age into effect. Please. Women know exactly what they're doing. Let me watch this. Let's replay the video one more time. Fair use again. Fair use.
When you go to the league,
Nah, yeah,
this is coming from sis.
Right.
Even when you're in college, you need to be careful with these women.
Nah, yeah, I'll be chilling now.
Like, no, for real. Like,
now, Kiyan Anthony, since he's the son of Carmelo, and his mom is Lala, so I'm pretty sure Lala's like, you see what happened to your dad. You see why I'm not with your dad no more, right? But I try to be messy there, and I'm pretty sure Carmelo's like, "Look, don't be like me, getting caught up with strippers and stuff like that." But that's a whole other story for another day. But he already has real life examples of what not to do. And I'm pretty sure both of them have sat him down and be like, "Yo, your future is this. don't let a woman with a future below you dictate everything that you work for, everything that we've worked for to put you into the best position. So I'm pretty sure he's gotten that talk. So, usually when you start getting talks like this, you kind of like dismiss it. Cause I did the same thing a little bit when I was younger, when other women would try to be like, oh, women be trying to use you. I mean, because you keep hearing it. You're like, well, whatever. Eventually you get tired of it until you really get put in a situation where it's real. So like for me, that situation was in college when I could have gotten in trouble for an incident where it could have been, obviously it didn't turn into an incident, but I was part of something where I wasn't even a part of it. I was just happened to be in another room, and I could have been caught up just from being in the vicinity because of broads playing stupid middle school, elementary games. You know what I mean? So until you are like part of a situation like that, then you're like, nah, because most of the times you can just avoid it anyways. But this is like this is so real because you don't even have, like I said, you don't even have to be a part of a situation like that, right? And you could just be in the other room where a girl is doing dirt or a girl is being stupid, and because you're a part of just the room where the girl decides to be stupid and just do woman things, you can get in trouble just because you're in the room. So I understand where Kiyan is coming from. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Kiyan Anthony. I don't know. Whatever. The young man. Hopefully, though, he doesn't have to learn the hard way. Now, technically, I didn't learn the hard way, but it was close because that, like the situation that I talk about when I say my RP moment, right? That could have went bad. That could have went bad.
Like once slip up.
I'm already knowing.
You be seeing these stories?
Yeah, for sure. I'm chilling now.
God, don't do it.
That was like.
But you see how they like not even being specific. That's the interesting part. It's like they're not even really being. He said, just don't do it and don't do this. And I know she doesn't want to get too vulgar with the details too with that because Kiyan's in the room. She has a respect for Carmelo Anthony and Lala Anthony, so she already knows. You know what I mean? But
because I'm coming after y'all.
Don't.
I'm coming.
Facts.
Don't do it.
No.
These women.
Crazy. I'm already knowing.
Because you're 17. Mm-hmm. It's the women you got to worry about. That'd be a little older too.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Now, I don't want the older women being sensitive, but it's interesting when this generation, like particularly Gen Z women and Gen Alpha women, right? The newer generation women, right? The younger women, when they start calling out millennial and Gen X women, right, for going after younger men, then it causes some friction because the older women, they'll like you'll be like a younger woman calling out older women for trying to compete with younger women, whatever, and not teaching them their ways. That's when you start seeing the friction. And I want you younger ladies to understand too, those older women that gave you that advice to date non-exclusively and whatnot, you know what older women are doing behind your back? When you got like the men your age not really trying to commit to you, or you have the men your age, they don't know what to do, they think the women their age are mean. You know what those older women are doing behind your back? They'd be like, this is what the older women are doing behind your back. They're like, man, I'm talking about they're going to those same men and being like, man, I don't know where these women got these advice from. I would never do you like that. Yo, that's what I'm telling you. And I'm talking about not only they're doing that, the older women are they're not holding back on sex. They're love bombing the young dudes with sex because they're not getting much sex from women their age. So they're just going to naturally go to older women who are just going to love bomb them with sex and all this stuff. So that's what ends up happening. That's what the older women are doing behind your back. Just to let y'all younger girls know. So all that advice that you took from older women, date non-exclusively and don't take this from him and your standards are this and blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, behind your back, they're trying to, they're competing with they're competing with you for the men, even the men your age, even the men that you don't even deem, oh, they're not to my standards. Trust me. And you're even seeing it now with the NBA. You got these young NBA cats now with older broads. LaMelo, his brother, even though his brother's not in the NBA. LiAngelo, you see Jaylen Brown with an older broad. You see Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards, right, with an older broad. I said Jaylen Brown, right? So Jaylen Brown with an older broad. Like you're seeing all like now. Oh, Jalen Green, right, with Drea. So what Angel Reese is talking about, she doesn't want to say her name, but she's definitely talking about Drea Michelle.
Yeah.
We're not playing.
Facts.
You need to be careful when.
So right here, you see the quote right, the comment section. It says she warning him about Drea. That's wild work, man. That's wild. So, anyways, let me zoom in. Let's see some of the comments. He said, "I love how neither of them really said anything, but at the same time said a whole lot." Let me see. He said, "Girl, Lala's in the parking lot waiting to pick him up now. She's not letting that happen." He said, Dre is sitting in a dark room petting a cat like, try to stop me. Oh, man. Anyways, I want to see. There was a comment that I saw. He said she warning him about Drea. Everybody talking about Drea. He said, look at Drea calling a 20-year-old her soulmate. Facts. But let me I'm trying to find a comment that had me laughing. Yeah, this right here. She said, so facts, because older women have been trying to target young athletes recently, because you have a whole generation of young men that are just struggling with the women that their age. And then you got older women coming in like, oh, I would never treat you like this, after telling those same young women the advice how to act, to how to act. And then now they're this is what I've noticed on that too. It's just older women have been they sabotage younger women intentionally. They don't give them real advice. And what younger women have to understand is women, no matter the age, race, creed, whatever, they're all competing for the same man. All of them. Because they always be saying like, man, what you have to, like, you'll hear older women try to shame older men. Like, you gotta ask the question, why can't older men attract older women their age? And you're just like, that actually makes no sense. But if we're gonna take what you said at face value, let's flip it on the older women. How come you older women don't have a man? But nobody ever is brave enough to do that. Oh, but right here. So when you see this comment right here, facts, because older women have been targeting young athletes recently. So right here, you have an older lady who's gonna feel a certain type of way of the comment. She said, don't you ladies have to meet your sugar daddy? Why are you worried about older women when no one is bothering you and your sugar daddies? Now, I want you guys to understand this. When women start arguing with each other, the truth start coming out, right? So all that stuff, when I would talk about younger women with their sugar daddies, a lot of younger women having sugar daddies, a lot of young women in college having sugar daddies, it's like one of their worst kept secrets out there. They'll say, but then when you mention it as a man, they act like I have no idea what I'm talking about. But because this older woman felt a certain way, she started revealing the truth. Uh-oh. So now here you have another older woman. She's now, these athletes go after these older women. They love to place blame on women and no accountability for men. Now, when I was a dude, right, saying that younger women are intentionally going after older men when they're teenagers, they called me what they call me? What's the word they use? It's a phrase. A victim blamer, right? Yeah, they call me a victim blamer. And how a teenager can't consent, and 18 and 19-year-old, even though she's an adult, she can't consent to an older man. And I'm like, no, these younger women are seeking out these older men. Now, in this role reversal, when you have a younger woman calling out older women for being predators, here you have an older woman. Oh, here we go. I accidentally clicked her profile. My bad. Here you have an older woman.
You need to be careful when you go to the.
You have an older woman victim blaming. Oh, right here. Thank God I found my comment again. I accidentally clicked her profile. But isn't that interesting? Look at the role reversal here. She's saying these young athletes are going after the older women. No accountability from men. Look at the role reversal. It's interesting when the role reverses. Now it's the young men's fault for being targeted by older women. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting, guys? He said she triggered you. You must be targeting the young bulls. Facts. Here we go. But just to let you, when the roles reverse, they start sounding like me now. It's great. It's interesting. Now they sounding actually even worse, because at least I give context. Interesting, man. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section. Shout out to Angel Reese for putting Kiyan Anthony. I hope I'm saying his name right. Kiyan Anthony on game. And I already know Lala Anthony and Carmelo, they not playing that. So